Oh, hi. Oh my goodness, we have the wrong camera up. Oh, we're off to a rocky start here. Hey guys, Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. It's a Saturday, what can I say? Welcome to my channel, welcome to my stamp room. Come on in, we're gonna create together. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You are absolutely making the world a kinder place with every card that you send. I love hearing your stories. Some of you are even sending me cards. You're amazing, and thank you for all that you do. I'm hoping in this video that will get you some little creative inspiration, a little boost, so that you can make and send even more cards. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I have a little button that I hit that plays the intro, and right next to it is one that just says start, and I hit start. So here we are. Quick reminder, I do send out free project sheets that match up with some of my videos. So if you would like a printable document that has the measurements on it and step-by-step instructions, feel free to go to my blog and sign up for those. There'll be another one coming out next week. So, and there was one that just went out on Thursday, actually. I also want to remind you that today is the last day of double points. Stampin' Up! Is celebrating National Scrapbooking Day by offering double rewards. I should say points, they're rewards. Double rewards for both yesterday and today. Today is actually National Scrapbooking Day, but it's on every product we have. So I know I have some things in my cart that I am going to add to and before I check out, so I can take full advantage of those extra dollars that'll be in my bank and I can use in my next order, which will probably be next week when the new catalog launches on Tuesday. Yay! All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a card tonight with a new bundle that will be in the actually new online exclusive products that are launching on Tuesday. So on Tuesday we have lots of new products launching. We have the new annual catalog, plus there's a whole bunch of other new products that are going to be available on the Stampin' Up! Website. The best place to shop is to go to Stampin' Up! And click on what's new and you'll see all the new stuff there. So on Tuesday, don't do it yet. We're going to use the Sunrise Sailing Bundle. That one I think is going to be extremely popular. So if that is one that is on your wish list, I would recommend getting it sooner rather than later. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I also have some happy mail. So let's look at some fun stuff. Okay, oh, I messed up my thingies here. All right, let's try this button. Excellent, that worked. Okay, so a couple things I wanted to share with you. So this one was, I sent the project sheet out for this card on Thursday, and these dies that I used for this card, I used them on this part too. I don't know if you can see that, but the dies that I used for that are called the Textured Notes dies. They've been out of stock. They are back in stock right now. I know a lot of you have asked about those, so I just wanted to let you know those are back. So that was the last project sheet that went out. The last video, yeah, on Tuesday, I did this video. This is another beautiful suite of products that is coming out on Tuesday, and it is in the new catalog. It is called Beautiful Gallery is the name of the suite of products. And for Mother's Day, I actually did this same layout. This is one of my favorite go-to layouts. A great way to show both sides of the designer series paper. The project sheet for this one with a bonus is coming out this coming week, either Monday or Tuesday, not sure which one yet. This is the bonus card, which happens to be my mother's Mother's Day card. So this one is exactly the same card. I did add same paper, just a different pattern, and I switched it up to Mossy Meadow instead of Cloud Cover. And the I love this embossing folder, by the way. Love it. The sentimental framing dies, which are awesome. This one I did add some of the new ribbon on here, and when I open it up inside, I did add a Happy Mother's Day sentiment. That sentiment came from the Stippled Roses stamp set. I love the font in that one. That one is on the last chance list. I don't know if that one has sold out yet, but anyway, so that's Mom's card, and I wanted to show you guys to you guys before I mail it off to her. So, okay, moving on. So let's see here. I'll share those in a minute. I've got some really quick happy mail. Let's just pop through that super quick. If you mailed me a card and I have not showed it, I'm so sorry. I've had some events at the house. I've had some house guests. And you know, you do that quick cleaning thing where you just like put everything out of sight, and sometimes things get missed. So know that it touched my heart when I got it. Even if I forget to show it on a video, I did really appreciate it. So, okay, this one is from, Marla Foote, one of my team members. Look at that with the Storybook Moments. Now, this is also back in stock. I know a lot of you have been waiting for that Storybook Moments designer series paper, but look how cute that is. With, I don't know if this is the one with the stickers. Nope, this is the one of the out of the paper. And then just a beautiful thanking me. Marla's one of my team members, and every quarter I have a team stamp party. And she's just thanking me for the packet that I sent for the team stamp party. They made this Crafternoon fold right here. This is the latest Crafternoon. It's called Pop-Up Parade. So it's 1, 2, 3 pop-ups on the front of the card, making a parade of pop-ups. And this is the one that the team made with the beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper and the beautiful motifs bundle. And it does fold flat for mailing. So yay for that. And let's see our next. I have the best team members. They're just the kindest people. They're my Stampin' Up! Family. I love them. This one is from Leslie Hogue. Beautiful card here. You know, there's a name for this, you guys. Is that called like Retiform or something like that, where you do the different sections? I don't know. Really cool card where she took little strips of cardstock there to make that geometric shape on the front. So she was just thanking me again, just that she's glad to be on my team and really appreciated the packet for our team events. So again, they spoil me. I have the best team members. By the way, if you do have a lot of things on your wish list, I would love for you to join our Stampin' Up! Family. Starting May 6th, there is a starter kit special where you can get bonus products in your kit. So instead of just $125 in products, you can get, I believe it's $155, $165. It's quite a bit. So this beautiful card is from another team member, Virginia Phillips. This one is a kit, and I'm blanking out on the name of the kit, but just a sweet card to say happy spring. So Fractured, that's it, Anna. Thank you very much. Leslie's card is called the Fractured Technique. So super cool. Virginia, thank you again for thinking of me. You just shower me with cards, and I absolutely love it. All right, so tonight we're going to use Sunrise Sailing. So I've got a few cards first to show you that are Sunrise Sailing before we dive into the card that we're going to make. So this one is one that I made on my channel a while back. It was right when I had gotten that bundle, and we die cut this little sailboat from the Sunrise Sailing stamp set. Ooh, no, Sunrise Sailing dies. And this is the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. So it does give it the look of a sunrise, a sunset. I don't know, one of the two. And this is the Everyday Arches dies. I am not sure if those are back in stock yet. Does anyone know? They were supposed to be a little bit later in May, and I don't know if they've come in yet. So if anyone happens to know, let me know in the comments. But those have been very popular. Anyway, so that's one that was with the Sunrise Sailing. And these are some swap cards that I received. Oops, this one, the front's coming off. Hold on, I gotta fix it. Been a little humid here in my stamp room. This is from Kristen Bryant, and so she's blending brushes here. So this this bundle, which we'll be looking at shortly, has an embossing folder that comes with it where the dies fit in and you can emboss the boat. Now I can tell she didn't emboss the boat, but that's, you know, totally fine. I would only be able to tell really by feeling it. But I love how she has a little bit of red cardstock here, and she used the red and white baker's twine for a little touch of red. And oh, they are back. Thank you, Joanne. Okay, the Everyday Arches dies are also back in stock. So if you've been waiting for those and you want to get an order in on double points or double rewards today, this would be a good time. This beautiful card is from Melissa Faust. I believe her Instagram and her blog are called Stamp with Melissa. She has beautiful stuff. Really recommend you check out Melissa Faust. And this one she did on, she did the embossing on Cloud Cover, and then stamped the boat in Secret Sea, and it's layered on Secret Sea. Now, a little update for you if you've been following along on the news on Cloud Cover. So demonstrators were not able to get the Cloud Cover ink pad because the color shifted on that ink pad. And Stampin' Up! Has let us know that that product, unfortunately, they cannot get it to match their very stringent color matching requirements. It looks great with the cardstock, but it's not the right color. It's not Cloud Cover. And they're very particular about their, as they have to be, protect their integrity of their colors. So Cloud Cover is going to be an ink that'll be a little bit different. There will not be a large ink pad. However, unless you are a demonstrator, they had all the ink pads made, and they are going to make them available for demonstrators to purchase and demonstrators only until supplies last. And that starts on May 6th. Now, if you got the starter kit, you would be counted as a demonstrator, and I assume you could put it in your starter kit. But customers will not be able to order this product because Stampin' Up! Doesn't have a way to communicate with customers that this is not, and some of the pads might match great, some of them will be off. It's the foam and the pad doesn't coordinate, doesn't work with the ink. They're just fighting with each other, and the color is shifting in some of the pads. So what are our solutions? So in the new catalog, there is a set of ink spots, which are the small ink pads. I have one right here, actually. Those are the ones that you might be used to seeing in Paper Pumpkin. These are a felt-based pad. There is a set of spots in the catalog, and that set is just some popular colors. It's for new crafters, so they have a nice assortment of things to craft with. It does have the Cloud Cover ink spot in it, so you can get that will still be available because these are felt pads, so it works fine. The other option is you can get the Cloud Cover ink refill and the blank Stampin' Spot ink pads and make your own Cloud Cover ink. That's probably the option that I'm going to pursue. So just wanted to give you an update on that before Tuesday hits here. So beautiful card from Melissa. Again, she also used the red and white baker's twine, and she used the texture dots, which are a nice kind of nautical look with the brass to them. So, and then this next one is from my team member, Carol Rosengren. Carol did this very classic nautical card in Secret Sea and white, so just blue and white. And Nancy asked, if I get a pad that has the correct color, would re-inking still work? Yes, the re-inker is fine. Well, I guess I can't say that because it's a foam pad, so I can't answer that. Sometimes the foam will accept the ink and sometimes it won't. So, and that's the issue they're having. So, nobody knows. They can't guarantee that it won't. So that's why they're not going to make it available to the public. So, let's see, this is, it is a beautiful set, absolutely, and love this classic look. Carol stamped the bird there, and the boat. She did emboss hers. I can tell, I can see it, and I can feel it. I know you probably can't on the camera. And then she used the mixed labels dies here. So beautiful classic card that's kind of simple. At our stamp party, stamp party video, Carol demonstrated this for us and how to make it. Okay, so let's, and she doesn't have a blog, or I would totally share that with you. Oh, one more. So this one was from the Pop-Up Parade cards that I did for the Crafternoon in April. So Crafternoon is my monthly class. If you place a $50 order in my online store here in May, in June, you will get a packet to make our June Crafternoon card. So this was April's fold, and then you also get a very detailed tutorial. Now, the tutorial is available for anyone to purchase. There's 5 cards in it, walking you through how to make all 5 cards, and a whole section on how to do the basic fold. This one on the inside has a little more red and white and Secret Sea. And then I use the So Swirly embossing folder, and we're going to use that tonight. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Finally, we're ready to stamp. All right, so we are going to make a, we're going to try making a spanner panel fun fold card. Woo! That was a mouthful, you guys. All right, hang on. Let me just, I gotta clear the deck here. Let's bring in our paper trimmer and start by cutting some cardstock. I grabbed a bunch because, you know, sometimes we like to make things up on the fly here, like we do. So we're gonna, oh, let's get the trimmer right side up, Sue. That would be a help. Now, if I was a left-handed person, I probably would keep it upside down. Oh, I grabbed the dirty trimmer. Sorry, you guys. This one's got adhesive all over it, and I'm too lazy to clean it off. I keep forgetting. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this. Am I cutting it right? Yes, 4 1/4 by 11 is going to form our card base. And we are going to score that at 5 1/2 inches. So I'm just going to rotate it here and score this at 5 1/2 inches. There we go. Okay, so we've got that scored right there, and I'm going to go ahead and fold and crease on that, and then we're going to do some cutting, and I really need to know where that score line is because that is going to be my stopping point. So I'm going to go ahead and just crease well on there so that I am all good to go. Okay, so we're going to spin this around and we're going to put it back in the trimmer. So I've actually got the card upside down. This is the front of the card. And I'm going to slide it in my paper trimmer here. And I'm going to cut at the 1 inch. I'm so embarrassed about that. I feel like I want to go grab one of my other trimmers. All right, we're going to line up the left side of this card with that 1 inch mark. And we're going to cut to the center score. Gosh, can you guys see that? Can you see? Yeah, there you go. We're going to cut. Oh, get up there, you. We're going to cut from the bottom edge, the front edge of the card, up to the center score line, and then we're going to stop. So there's 2 ways we can do that. We can do it visually when this little line right in the center of the, whatever this thing is called, this holder of the blade, there's a line right here that shows where the actual blade is, or we can actually use the measurement on the piece here and stop right at the 5 1/2 inch mark. I don't know if can you see that? No, you really can't. There's a groove right there that shows where the blade is. And then we'll pull that up, and now we have one of our sides cut. We're going to do the same thing on the other side here. So I'm going to line up the right side with the 1 inch mark, slide my blade up, and I'm going to cut and stop at 5 1/2 inch mark. All right, Mary, thank you, Mary Nast. She is in the comments here and dropping in the measurements on YouTube for us. Appreciate it, Mary. So now we have, let's see, let's just slide this out of the way. Now we have this. So I'm going to turn it around because that is the front of the card, okay? I know it's kind of crazy and wonky and all over the place right now, but it'll look great, trust me. All right, I'm just going to give that a little bit of a crease so that it lays nice and flat. And then while I have the trimmer out here and in play, I'm going to go ahead and cut just a few more pieces because we're going to do some embossing, some stamping, some die cutting, all the good things, right? All the fun things that we do to make our beautiful cards. So I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4, and I need two pieces that are 3/4 inch by 5 1/4. Now we might decide to add a couple pieces inside the card. And so I'll hang on to this and we'll cut more if we decide to do that. All right, so I've got those are for the front. I also need a panel right here. Oh, let's bring this other piece back in and let's cut that up. So this one is going to be, I think this is going to be the right size. This is for the center panel. And this one is, I'm stalling, 2 inches by 5 1/4. So I've already got it cut at 5 1/4. I just need to cut it down to 2 inches. All right. And I have a little leftover piece here that's 3 by 3/4 of an inch if I need that for later. All right, so I've got those done. I feel like This is kind of big, but I'll use this to stamp my boat on, I guess. Anything else I need at the moment? I don't think so. All right, let's stamp a boat. So I've got my sailboat here on the block. Now this is on the bigger block. This is block E. So if you do get this set, yep, block E, it's right there. If you do get this set, you are going to need a bigger block because of the size of the boat. So make sure you have that or add that to an order. This is the Secret Sea ink pad. This is a new ink color. This will be available on Tuesday, May 6th. And we're going to go ahead and stamp our boat, our sailboat. And I'm going to kind of stamp it. I have way too big of a piece of cardstock here, so I'm going to stamp it kind of towards the top because I need to line it up in my embossing folder, and I want to make sure I don't run out of room. Okay, so I've got my boat stamped there. Fantastic. Got kind of extra ink on here, but I got that stamped, so that's great. Now, this is optional. Where does your stamp set, Sue? Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, found it. Okay, we play a little game here at Sue Stampfield because I am super messy crafter. We play the found it game. When I lose something and find it again, we all take a sip of our beverage. So let me know what is in your cup tonight. So this is the Sunrise Sailing Stamp Set. So we're going to use the sailboat. And we're actually, this is like a fill-in stamp for the bottom of the boat. Now you can do it, skip that altogether like Carol did to make a white boat. You can fill in, looks like Melissa, I would say she stamped off. She did it in Secret Sea and stamped it off, so it's just a little bit lighter. So there's options there. I've also seen it in like a smoky slate color, kind of a gray color. So ice water, that's what I've got, ice water, Earl Grey tea, that sounds good. All right, so I'm gonna ink up this fill-in stamp. I'm actually gonna do this straight up in Secret Sea as well. And I'm gonna pull it way towards me because I have really bad eyesight, you guys, and this is gonna be just a guessing game on whether I hit it right or not. So it's much easier to stamp if you're right on top of the paper. And that is why I often stand when I stamp. Oh my gosh, I hit it dead on. Because I'm standing right over the paper. If I'm sitting, I often get things off because they look like they're lined up and they're not. So I've got my fill-in part right there. Just giving us a little shading on the boat, and we're going to go ahead and do the sails next. So the sail is going to be in different colors, so I'll just close that one up so I don't get in trouble here. And we're going to go ahead, key lime water, Diet Dr. Pepper, oh, another Dr. Pepper drinker, this one regular, not diet, all the beverages, we have all the beverages tonight. So this fun stamp is the sail. I'm going to put red stripes on my boat here. There's just something about red and white, and red, blue, and white that's very nautical. It also would be good for 4th of July here in the United States. So I'm just going to stamp my sail right in there. And I've got these little stripes, and the little jagged parts give it kind of movement. And we're going to add a little more movement when we emboss it. So I'm going to set that aside. All right, I think our boat is done. I think it's stamped here. Peach tea, that sounds good. All right, so let's grab, I think we're ready. I think we're ready to do some die cutting. Is that true? Sure, let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the die cutting machine. I'm apparently going to drop things on the floor. Excellent job, Sue. I tell ya. All right, hang on. I just dropped everything on the floor. It's not a problem. No worries. Saved it. Okay. All right, we're going to start with that boat that we just made. And we're going to cut it and emboss it at the same time because I think it is so cool that you have that ability with this embossing folder to cut out the sailboat and emboss it at the same time. You don't have to do this. It is quite beautiful on its own, so totally up to you. your choice, right? But we're going to do it so that I can show you how to do it in case you want to learn. So I'm going to take my dies here. And plus, I think it's really cool. You can see we've got some ocean waves, we've got some clouds, we've got some seagulls, we've got a boat and then a sail separately for that boat and then a smaller boat there. So and here's the sail for the smaller boat. This is the one that I used on that Everyday Arches card that has vanished. Here it is. And I chose not to put the sail, just use the sail that was on it instead of adding the extra sails, but you can do both. So anyway, we're going to use this die right here. And you take your these are called hybrid embossing folders, the ones, it comes with the bundle. You get the stamp set, you get the dies, and you get the embossing folder. You get all of them. And you're going to take your die and have the cutting edge up, that's the edge that's sharpish, and you're going to just nestle it in there till it's lined up with the sailboat, okay? And then I'm going to kind of flip it over here, and I'm going to grab my boat, and I'm going to line this up. Now again, if you feel like this is too tricky, I know some people have arthritis, and I have arthritis, trouble with your hands and so forth. If this feels too complicated, just know that you can just die cut this boat out like you normally can. You don't have to do the embossing, or you can just emboss it in white separately. So I've got that all lined up there, and I'm just going to close the folder, holding that die in place, and I'm going to put it with the fold in first in my machine on platform 1. This is a 3D embossing folder. Whether it has a die in it or not, it doesn't matter. You use the same sandwich that you normally use for 3D. So let's go ahead and crank this through. I'm going to pull it towards me a little bit. So I'm so glad you guys are having fun chatting in the YouTube comments here. Just I love how you've formed friendships and support each other. It's just heartwarming. I'm so thankful for our community here on our Sue Stampfield YouTube channel. You guys are awesome. All right, so again, this paper was way larger than I needed, but it gives me the opportunity to show you. So it's popping out the die here. We've popped out our sailboat all ready to go. And I also have this cool sailboat frame that has ocean and clouds. Again, you can just emboss this by itself. Many ways to use this. We might actually even use this on the inside of the card, like we could cut some bits off. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how we go. All right, so let me see if I can flip this over. And I think if I tilt it in the light just right, you'll see the embossing from the back side. On the camera, it's pretty, maybe you can see, can you see that it's curved and the sails like pop out. It's almost like puffy, like a sailboat would be. It's very subtle when it's stamped, but it is just like a cool thing. So there you go. Yes, someone was asking about colors. Bonnie Blake was, I think. So my downline, Rachel Tessman, it's Stamp Your Art Out is her blog, and she always does color comparisons with the new colors. And so she should have, I'm guessing she might have all the old colors on there. But if you want to do a color comparison, she is your gal for sure. And she is awesome. All right, so we've got our sailboat done. Oh, what next? What next? We're going to emboss something else. I'm going to bring this embossing folder back in. Now we are making a spanner panel card, and we're going to have a panel span across these two pieces here. It's going to be a three-way open card. And so, oh, you were able to see that on the back side, Nancy? Fantastic. And so we're going to put a spanner panel here that is Secret Sea colored right here, and we're going to emboss this. Now the size for this piece is 1.5 by 4 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and pop this into our embossing folder here. Now I do have these measurements typed up and printed out here, and I'm going to show them at the end of the video so that you can take a screenshot. So I'm going to emboss my water there. So let's send that through. Janine says the debossed side shows up better. So yeah, that's what it's called, right, Janine? The back side's the debossed. So All right, let's go over here. All right, got that cranked through. And let's take a look at this. All right, we've got more die cutting to do, but let's stop and let's put our card together and then we'll get the rest of those things cut. How about that? So can you see our embossed C there? Super cool. All right, I'm going to set this aside, but not too far away because we're going to want to decorate our card. But let's go ahead and I've lost the card. Oh, it's right there, Sue. Right, literally in front of my face. Oh, we've got some more. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. I got ahead of myself, as I want to do. We're going to emboss some pieces. So these are the pieces that are going to be decorating the front of our card, besides the spanner panel. And we're going to emboss those, but we're going to use a different embossing folder. And let me grab all our good things back up here because I got ahead of myself. So let's bring that back in. We're going to use the So Swirly embossing folder. The So Swirly embossing folder is, it's swirly. What can I say? It reminds me of a windy day, which is a really good thing for sailboats, right? You want a windy day when you're sailing. So we're going to take our pieces and we're going to lay them in here. So these pieces are 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4, and you need 2 of those, and those will be on the sides. And then you also need to do one here that is 2 inches by 5 1/4. Susan said she hadn't thought about this suite till she watched tonight. It is absolutely beautiful. I wasn't sure either when I got it, and I can tell I'm going to use it a lot. The thing I like about it is it's good for guy cards and for men or women, either one. The other thing I really like about it, it has a happy retirement sentiment in it, and a congratulations sentiment with an inside that would be perfect for graduations. So it's just versatile to me. All right, so this is not a 3D folder, so we're going to do a little different sandwich. We're going to do a number 1 with a number 3 plate, and then we're going to add this in, and then somewhere around here, oh, come on, Sue. I have another. Maybe I didn't bring it over. Oh, I didn't bring it over. Oh, no wonder. Found it! Across the room. Big sip, everyone. All right. I feel like my lights are really dark tonight. I don't understand why. Okay, let's go ahead and send this through here. And Joanne says I am an enabler. Sorry about that, but I only share what I love. It just happens I love a lot of things, so, you know. But hopefully, at least watching the videos, you get ideas of what to do with the things that you purchase. That's the whole idea, right? All right, so let's open up our So Swirly here. It's so swirly. Now, there is another embossing folder that also would work beautifully with this set if you don't care for the So Swirly. And let me look at the name of it because I'm blanking out. Soft Wave 3D embossing folder would also be beautiful with this suite of products because it's soft waves. So it's a little bit similar to the So Swirly, but can you see that? Doesn't it look like wind? Woo! All right, so we're going to go ahead and get all these things popped out of the way for the moment, but no worries, we're going to be doing more. All right, so we're going to bring in our card here. And we're going to go ahead and start sticking stuff down. So I'm going to put my embossed panels on the front of my card. Now, what's unique about this folder is either side looks good. They're similar, so you just pick your favorites. So I'm gonna go with this. I don't remember if that was the front or the back, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna do them the same, but either side would look great. That was the first thing you ordered, Terry? Yeah. Yeah, I think this one, I think we're going to have trouble keeping this one in stock, honestly. It's always a strong indication to me when I do a card swap and a large percentage of the cards are with a certain bundle, like this one. So I did a swap, I think it was like 15 cards, and 3 of them were with this. And there was a lot of things to choose from. So that was, or maybe it's 4 actually. So yeah, that was a pretty strong indicator that this one is going to be very popular. And we're going to stick this on here. So again, we're adding these embossed pieces. So 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4 for both these guys. And the center one was 2 inches by 5 1/4, right, Mary? All right, let's go ahead and stick that on here. Twyla is tuning in for her Found It fix. We've had a few so far, Twyla. I think you need to take about 3 sips at least to catch up to us. All right. So we've got our windy day is going strong there. Now I'm going to cover up these 2 guys right here, the bottom part. So I suppose you could cut those down, but I don't know. It was just easier for my brain to do the whole thing. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to adhere this on. Now another way to do this spanner panel card is this will be a window sheet that you put in here. If you're using a window sheet for your spanner, you want to stick it on before you put the decorative bits because they help cover up your adhesive. But with the ocean, I want it all over the bottom. So I'm only going to put adhesive on the ends of my piece because I don't want to glue my card closed, right? So I'm going to stick this on like, whoops. You actually have to push it down, Sue, or it doesn't stick. Oh my goodness, especially when it's all lumpy from being embossed. So go. All right, so we've got that stuck on there. Seriously, what is up with my lights tonight? Can you guys see the, I'm going to get it. There we go. There you can see the ocean embossed and the swirly wind across the top. So this is a trifold card. So we open this like that and then see that inside part. And then you can open up again to see the other part inside. Now we'll need to decide if we want to put some, you can put designer, this can be designer paper, this can be designer paper, this could be designer paper. These, you can do side pieces here. So we'll have to decide if we want those. I'm going to guess we're going to want them, but we'll decide. All right, so now we're going to attach our boat. So I want our boat to be phase 1 on part 1 of the card. Partly because the boat is too, is it too long? It's a little bit long for part 2. You could actually have it on part 2. It's going to cover up the little bit of the front and back of the boat. It's an option. You absolutely could do. I don't know. Maybe I should ask you guys. Okay. Question. Should I attach my boat to the ocean? That's what I was planning to do. I was going to use mini dimensionals and stick it on the ocean. Or would you prefer that, you know what, no, it's got to be on the ocean. I mean, in here it's floating in midair. It's like a hurricane, like a tornado came through and blew it out of the water, or a hurricane, one of those. All right, it's got to be in the front, right? But depending, if you were doing something different, can you see how you could put it on that center panel if you wanted to? I'm going to put it on the front. I'm just making an executive decision here. We're going to grab our wonderful mini dimensionals. Now, if you don't have mini dimensionals for this, just cut the big ones in half. But I want to put them all towards the bottom of the boat because I don't want any sticky on the upper part of the boat or sails because I don't want to stick my panner. Yeah, you guys agree. Boat has to be in the water, right? Yeah. Yeah, it can't be floating in midair, Sue. That's just not going to work. All right, what was I even thinking? All right. All right, let's stick this boat in the water where it belongs. All right, I'm pulling off these little guys here. And let's stick it on right here. Now that is a good suggestion from Gloria. You could put, you know, the ocean inside here and then use acetate across so that the boat is on that centerpiece on the water, right? So that's another way to do it. This light is driving me crazy. I'm going to try tilting it down and see if that gets any better. Sorry, just saw a lot of my arm there. All right, I feel like that's a little bit brighter. So, okay. So we've got our card, phase 1, part 1, whatever you want to call it. And now we're going to do the fun stuff. We're going to do some decorating. So what do you guys think? Should we do some colorful pieces of embossed cardstock on the inside of our card so that when you open it up, you see some nice color there? Let me know what you think. Oh, Corrine said when she did it, she added some twine on the sail for a rope. Very clever. Love it. And you glued it to the back of the boat and the top of the sail. Very good idea. So do we want to do embossed pieces on the inside of the card? Let me know in the comments. And while you're voting on that, I'm going to bring in the embossing machine or die cutting machine because we are going to cut some labels here. Oh, do we need to stamp them first? Yeah, maybe. Let's stamp them first. Okay. Let's do a little stamping first here. So Nancy says DSP. So Nancy, if I was going to use DSP, I would probably want to use Secret C. And I don't think I have any Secret C DSP. There will be some available starting Tuesday. So I'm thinking I would either do embossed panels. Red might be fun. We could do red embossed panels here. Or we could do cloud cover embossed panels there. That would be fun. Like more skyish. Or we could do Secret C. So embossed pieces on the inside. You guys are all saying DSP, but I don't have the colors of DSP that I would want to use on the insides. You certainly could if you had the right color. So let's do embossed. Yeah, it looks a little unfinished without that. Yeah. Well, it'll look better when we get the greetings in, but yeah, I agree with you. So I am going to stamp the words. Yes. Okay. I'm going to stamp the word congratulations here. Sorry, I had to think that through really quick. Let's go ahead and ink this up in Secret C and stamp congratulations. You guys are going to help me decide if this is going to be a graduation card or a happy retirement card or even a best wishes card, which could be, I don't know, for anything. So we've got my congratulations stamped there. Let's stamp the word ahoy. Okay, so we're going to go embossed. Red, cloud, or C? Let me know. Oh gosh, Susan, that was really bad stamping. I was so focused on grabbing the cardstock that I didn't even push hard. Red, cloud, or C? 1, 2, or 3? How about that? Okay. Which color would you like for inside of the card? 1, 2, or 3? Let me know in the comments. And we're going to flip this over because I messed it up. But that's the beauty of two-sided paper. You can fix those boo-boos. We all have them, right? All right, I got our ahoy all stamped there in Secret C. Yeah, 1, 2, or 3. Red cloud or Secret C. That kind of rhymes. Red cloud or Secret C. 1, 2, or 3. All right. Yeah, okay, that's true. Corrine is saying that you could use the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper that looks like a sunset. Yep, that would be an option. Or sunrise, sunset, whatever. We're going to use the embossed cardstock for this one, but that is a very good option. You know, like this one. To me, this would fight with my nautical theme I have going here, but for another card, totally could do that. All right, the cloud cover people are coming out of the woodwork now. All right, we're going to go ahead and die cut these guys. All right, let's bring in our die cutting machine. I think cloud cover has now surpassed real red. Secret C is not getting any love here. It's not going to fit the bill, and that is okay. It's gotten a lot of work already done in Secret C on this card, so it won't feel bad. Okay, let's see. We're going to go ahead and, all right, let's die cut these. So I'm going to go with, do I have all my dies? This is the mixed label dies. I use this like all the time. Carol used this one on the congratulations, so I know it's going to fit. So I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. So I decided to stamp it first so that I could line it up how I wanted it. And then I think for the ahoy, I think we'll use this one right here. That's just this kind of cool, label bracket kind of shape. I don't know. It looks kind of nautical-ish to me. I don't know. Like a nameplate or something, right? So let's go ahead and flip this over and grab this. Still getting some votes in. All right, so I'm going to put my congratulations on this fun ribbon banner die from the mixed label dies. You like my little Vanna move here? I'm going to grab a Post-it note and just stick this down, because when you stamp it and you're die cutting exactly what you want, you do not want that to shift. And I'm going to do the same thing with my Ahoy! All right, does that look straight? One nice thing about these scripted fonts, they're a little more forgiving whether you're straight. You know, you don't have to be exactly straight as it would for like block letters. Jana says it'll all look good. 1, 2, or 3, doesn't matter. Chips Ahoy. That would be cute. You could do a little gift bag or something with Chips Ahoy cookies in it. Good thinking. All right. My Sunday school, I teach Sunday school tomorrow, and we always have snack time because that's very important in the kindergarten through 2nd grade set. Well, hey, it's important to me too. I like my snacks. And their favorite right now is fudge stripe cookies. That's what they get to pick one snack bag from the basket. And but there's one little girl that always gets goldfish crackers. That is her favorite. That's her go-to. So we're going to do, oh, here, sorry, I didn't show this. There's the Ahoy. Ooh, can I fit all of this on one hand? Here's a congratulations. Like so. There we go. Okay. All right. So what next, Sue? Okay, we're gonna we're gonna do some. We might want birds. I don't know if we want birds or not, but we're gonna cut some birds just in case we decide we want birds. Oh yeah, I was like, where'd my bird die go? So the bird die in this one is a little bit hidden because you're looking. If you're looking like I was just looking for 3 separate birds, it's one piece. And so this will cut the 3 birds, or it will cut the relief for 3 birds, right? So if you wanted to cut like the front of the card and then put Secret Sea or Navy or some color behind it, they're kind of like a window. Does that make sense? So it works either way. We're going to do it the normal way, what I call normal way, which is to die cut this as birds and stick them on our card. You've got the Gilligan Island theme in your head, Virginia. No, I'm not going to go there. I'll be stuck in my head all night long, right? Mary says that the Ahoy looks perfect with that die. I know, right? It looks so, I don't know, nautical-ish. That is not a word, Sue. Yeah, well, that's okay. All right, we're going to pop this out. So that's what I was trying to say about the relief of the birds. So if you had a night sky and you put white behind it, you'd have white birds. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But we're going to do it this way, where we're going to take what comes out, and I don't want to lose my card, and that is going to require a couple things here. First of all, one of these sticky notes that I just used, I'm actually going to pop these birds out and stick them on this sticky note. They're very little, and we're not going to stick them on right away, and I can totally see me losing these, you guys. Totally could see that happening. So I'm just going to pop them on this sticky note so they don't fly away before we need them. All right. Oh, you're not even on the sticky part. Nor are you. Where is the sticky? Oh, it's way up there. Okay, there we go. Oh, gosh. Okay, there we go. We got my birds are hopefully not going to fly away now. All right, where are we at? Here we got that. We got that. I don't know. Oh, embossing. Yes, yes. All right, what did we decide to do? I'm going to scroll back. It was pretty evenly split between 1 and, which is cloud cover. No, red. And 2, which is, I'm going to set this down right here. So before we emboss it, we can cut these. Now, if we chose not to do a color, I'm just being ornery here. We actually could, remember when we cut out our sailboat, we had these extra bits? We actually could cut these strips down and put those on the inside of the card. It would be white on white. It wouldn't have the contrast that a color would, but it would be an option, right? Just an option. So let's go ahead and paper trimmer. I had it. Oh, found it. It's way over here. I had to get it out of our way. All right, let's go 5 1/4 on, oh gosh, I got my cloud cover dirty. Susan. I think I got ink on it, you guys. Dropping it on the floor, doing all sorts of things to it that I shouldn't be doing. All right, we're gonna try both and we're gonna see. You love the white on white, Jean? Oh, let's try all three. All right, let's go 5 1/4 here. And cut that. And let's go ahead and cut this at 3/4 of an inch. So these are the same as the ones on the front were. So 5 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch. Again, you could do these in designer series paper. We're going to do them in embossed cardstock. Either is nice. Lots of options. Right? So many options, Nicole, right? We like our options. And sometimes it depends on who you're sending it to, right? So maybe it's a graduation and one of the school colors was real red. And so you want to, maybe it's red and blue and you want to get that in there. Like you can definitely, oh, wait, bring that back. Bring that back. We're just going to cut this and see what it looks like, all right? So each side would be a little bit different because we'd cut this side 3/4 and I have to cut it down. I'm going to cut a little bit of the ocean off here. All right, and then we'll do this side, so a little bit different clouds on this side. But so many options. You could, good point, Corinna's saying that you could use like the blending brushes on the white to actually color it. So you can make the sky maybe cloud cover and you could make the water secret sea or something like that. So many choices. Love it. All right. And it's going to be your card, right? So you get to pick. You get to decide. But right now it's my card. But I appreciate you guys helping me so that, because you never steer me wrong. All right, we're going to pop this in. Just to be consistent, I'm going to emboss these with the So Swirly because I've got it here and it will match the front and it's kind of nice to be matchy-matchy, right? So I'm going to open up my folder. We're just going to emboss all these and we're going to decide which of these 3 options looks the best, because sometimes you're surprised and it's like, oh, I don't know if that's going to look good, and you just have to try it, right, and see how it looks. So, oh gosh, we're almost out of time. Susan, quit talking so much and get cranking. Now with these really big folders, it was not going through for me because I don't have this even. So I like to do it where my 2 plates are up here and my folder is back just a little bit, and that gives the machine just something to grab onto. So if you struggle with the big folders, just make sure you slide them back, okay? So let's crank it through, and we're gonna hear a clunk, clunk. That's a big one. All right, they moved a little bit on me. Totally doesn't matter. It's swirly bits. So we've got that, we've got that. All right, let's put all this aside, and let's bring in. Ah, found it. What did I do with the card? Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to tuck the Ahoy. I'm thinking I'm going to tuck it back here behind the boat on that center panel. So I might move my boat over just a skosh because if my I want my mask to be centered with the thing because I'm weird like that. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and pop that up on a dimensional here. So I'm going to put that on the back of the Ahoy. Ooh, cover up that boo-boo, right? All right. And we're just going to tuck that right down there. And I'm just going to kind of center it. That looks good. Ahoy. Now the other thing that you could do, just pull that off, you could put it over here on the side and actually stick it to the front piece. The drawback, well, not drawback, just know that when they lift it up, the ahoy goes away. If you put it on the center panel, it stays. So I guess I'll ask you guys, what do you want to do? On the front or in the middle? Let me know, front or middle for our ahoy. While you're voting on that, I'm going to set it aside and I'm going to put the congratulations down here at the bottom. Now it's going to hang over. That's going to be just fine because it's going to be covered up with our ocean. I just want to make sure I have it down far enough that it doesn't show. And so we're going to go ahead and stick this down. I'm going to use glue dots for this one. You also could use the regular adhesive. Glue dots will give me a tiny bit of dimension on it, but not so much that my card will be lumpy. So it'll give me a little bit. Oh, this is a hot one. We're hotly contested on this, on whether we're doing the front or the middle. Keep your votes coming. Boy, it is pretty even up here. All right, let's grab this and put our congratulations. Oh, did I get that too high? Let's test it before I press anything down. Oh, I'm clear. I'm clear. All right, congratulations there. And then let's look at our different options that we had for. All right, this guy is being problematic. He's going to go into timeout. So we've got the red there. That is very bright and cheery and happy. Again, it depends on the occasion, right? Lots of people saying middle now. Let me go back up here. There were some on the front. Okay, so that's the red. We're just looking at our options right now. We also tried it in cloud cover, which honestly, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Depends who you're giving it to, right? And what the occasion is. Maybe that would be more appropriate for that person. And we have one more option because we're all about the options. And we're going to put in the ones that were the leftover bits. Now remember, these pieces are also going to show when the card is open all the way. So there it's got the clouds and the ocean mixed with the swirls in between. I think my favorite is real red, but if you were making this card, which one would you end up doing after seeing all of them? And maybe you would say the same one that you said before, which is totally fine. I'm actually gonna, no, I can't. I'm gonna say, I wanna make sure I get it in the right spot. It would have been easier for me to put it on maybe before I put that in, but that's okay. It's all good. Which side was which? It doesn't matter, Sue. It really doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. All right, we'll just put sticky on these sides. Okay. No, I'll put them on the side. I don't know. Sticky, 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 and a little bit more sticky. Okay. That one is good. These are, again, 3 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. Oh, I've only got 1 minute left. Oh, man. All right, we're going to go a little over tonight. Sorry, guys. Try to keep it within our hour. Be respectful of your time, but we're just going to go a hair over. All right, I'm just going to check it before I push anything down too far. All right, that looks good. I just like the red, white, and blue. I'm in a red, white, and blue mood, I guess. So very nautical to me. But you would go white. Yeah, anyway. So, and then it looked like most people voted for the ahoy to actually be on the middle, which is great. We'll put it there, and then we're going to pop some birds on. So you could put embellishments on this, sequins, or these guys, these brass textured dots for kind of a brass nautical look. But we're actually going to embellish our card with these little die-cut birds that we cut out because we can. They come in the die set, and why not use little bits of paper can totally be an embellishment. I forget about that sometimes. So I'm going to grab my multi-purpose liquid glue, and that's in one of the Country Hive's cute little glue holders. I'm in a butterfly, my butterfly zone with that. And I'm just putting one teeny tiny little dot of multi-purpose. Can you guys even see that? Probably not. Let's see if we can zoom it up a little bit. Can you see that little teeny tiny dot of adhesive on each little bird? If you get too much on, take a piece of cardstock and just scoop it off so that you don't get all oozy. And then if you worry about it oozing, you actually can let those dry. They will dry tacky like a little tiny glue dots. I don't have time for that because we're over time, so I'm going to just live dangerously. So I'm going to put one, oh, let's have this guy wheeling in the sky over here. Here we go. And then this teeny one can be going up here. You absolutely could put it on the center panel. Ooh, I've got a little something on my cardstock. So guess what? His wing is going to go right over that. Okay, I just put my fingers on the glue. That was really not very smart, Sue. Yeah, whatever. Okay. All right, so I got a couple birds on there. You could just go with that, or we can add the third one on here. He can be down here. He could be in here by the boat. Sorry, you can't really see that because my big hand is in the way. Hang on, I gotta, you know what? I need my take your pick tool. I put it in timeout because it was rolling all over the place, but the putty end is really useful for picking up these teeny tiny pieces here. So I'm gonna stick him right here. All right, there is my other bird. All right, so I've got my embellishments on the front of the card. On the inside of the card it says ahoy, congratulations. And now we're going to stamp the actual inside of the card. And we have two options. So right now it says ahoy, congratulations. And what are we congratulating them on? We can congratulate them on happy retirement. We can congratulate them and say you're destined for great things, which to me sounds graduation-ish. Or we can also do best wishes. Let me know in the comments which one you want. Let's say retirement is 1, graduation is 2, and number 3 will be best wishes. Don't let me, help me remember. I'm going to put them in order so I don't forget that. Best wishes is not on the block yet, but can be. And while you guys are voting, I'm going to just put a little bit of ocean water here. They'll be under our words. This is what Carol did on the inside of her card, and I thought it was super clever. So we're going to take there's a couple of these water stamps in here. There's one that's kind of long, and there's one that's, so this is wide and this is long. Maybe I should say it that way. And then I'm going to take this and ink it up. And I'm going to grab scrap paper. Here we go. And I'm going to stamp this off so that it's now a lighter color of Secret Sea. And I'm going to stamp that below where my words are going to go. I hope retirement would even fit in here. I am seeing more people voting for number 2. I'm just curious. Oh yeah, retirement would fit absolutely perfect in there. But so will this one. And I'm seeing more people vote for 2. It is May, so it is very much graduation season. So we're going to put this, you're destined for great. Don't stamp it crooked, Sue. I'm going to pull it towards me so that you don't see my head in the camera. And you're destined for great things. And then we have our ocean water right there. So there is our card. This is a spanner panel card, it's called. So this is our spanner panel here. And this is the Sunrise Sailing Bundle. I often call it Sunset, and that's not what it's called. Sunrise Sailing Bundle. So we're going to open it up here. So 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for helping me design this card. I love what we came up with. You guys are amazing. I'm going to bring the dimensions here so that you can grab a screenshot. And we're over by 5 minutes. I do apologize. We're just having too much fun tonight, right? All right, let's slide this in so that you can take a screenshot. I can zoom up a little bit if that's helpful. There we go. All right. Hey, I even remembered. Yay. All right, and then I'm going to have one where I'm just kind of partly opening it so that you can see that it's what the spanner panel thing's all about. All right. Oops, I'm sliding everything up. Okay, excellent. All right, let me flip the camera here. So a quick reminder, where's my button? Here's my button. Quick reminder, Double Rewards ends tonight. New products available Tuesday, May 6th, starting at midnight Mountain Time, which is 1 a.m. here in Minnesota. It's where you can get the new catalog products and all of the new online exclusive products. And if you're not currently subscribed to my free project sheets, you can go to SueStampfield.com to subscribe to those. Have a great night, everyone. Happy creating, and thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You're absolutely making the world a kinder place, and I appreciate everything that you do. We'll see you next time. I'll be back. What day are we? Tuesday night at 7:30 Central Time. See you then. Bye-bye.